Hello guys, thank you for tuning in to my channel. My name is Anthony and I do take this opportunity to welcome all of you who have taken your time today. It's my hope that you're well, and it's my hope that God has kept you up until today. So I'm doing well, and hopefully I'll do better after this episode. So you've noticed today's episode has a very different title, and the reason as to why this title is this way is because it's a continuation of what I began last time, which is a revelation of what God revealed to me personally concerning the upcoming change in leadership for Kenya. So I began in the last episode that I talked about what is about to happen in Kenya before the 2027 elections and after the 2027 elections. So this cannot be complete without mentioning the type of leader that we are expecting to come forth. So my today's episode is just a brief summary again of what was revealed to me in my personal capacity when I was praying, and this is just concerning the leader who is about to come for Kenya, okay? The presidency who is about to come. And so when it comes to prophecy, you can only judge prophecy by the likelihood that it shall come to pass, okay? So when a prophecy is declared, the only way that you know it's from God is if it comes to pass. And so when I give this prophecy, you are not obliged to believe it. I haven't forced anyone to believe it. So I do not expect all of you to believe it. But if it comes to pass, or when it comes to pass, then you will judge the accuracy of the words that I have spoken forth today. So that's the only accurate way of judging the truthfulness of a prophecy, whether it's from God or not, is the ability of the prophecy to come to manifestation. So today's word or the prophecy that I will give forth is concerning the leader who is about to be brought forth as the next leader of Kenya. And I will just mention, I'll not mention the person, but I will mention the qualities of that leader and what that leader will do. Then when it comes to happen, you will remember that I mentioned this. So number one, the leader who is coming next will do away with tribalism. Okay? If you're in Kenya, it's not a hidden fact that our politics are based on tribalism. You know, these politicians divide us into regions when it benefits them, and they form parties that are region based, not because they really care about the interests of the regions, but because they want to divide these blocks into chunks that they can leverage to get positions. So that sort of politics is coming to an end. The next leader will not vie on a political angle. On a tribal angle. They will not have that tribal cocoonism, you know. The next leader will be voted unanimously from across the different demography. So all these formations that you see that are tribal based, they're not going anywhere. They're going to be formed, yes, they will be there, but they are not going to produce the next leader. The next leader is going to come from a tribeless tribe. So this issue of tribalism is dying in Kenya once and for all. And the person who is coming next is going to ensure that tribalism will not prevail in this country. Number two, the leader who is coming next for Kenya will rule with an iron fist when it comes to corruption and stolen wealth. He or she will not condone theft, and those stolen either will return what is stolen or be jailed. So the person that is coming next will not condone corruption. They are going to jail thieves. If you are found to have stolen, if you are found to have wealth that is public resource or is gotten from the public coffers. So you either return it or you're going to be jailed. So this person will not tolerate corruption. Number 3, the next leader will promote justice among the people of Kenya. We have seen a lot of injustices that have been done in this country. Land injustices, political violence, police brutality. So this leader is going to address the injustices in this country. And you're going to see compensation for victims. You're going to see there will be cases that will start to be looked at, especially when it comes to police violence. Okay? So there's going to be a sense of justice that will be ministered to the people of Kenya for those who have been crying about injustice for the longest time. Number 4, this leader will promote universal education. All privilege of funds in the education sector will be sealed, and one pool will be established to create a free education system. So if you are in Kenya, you notice that there are about 1,000 bursaries that you don't understand why. The governor has a bursary, the MP has a bursary, the MC has a bursary, and it's foolishness. You take money away from the government to go and distribute to people to pay school fees that will be paid again back to the government. So it's very nonsensical because of political mileage. So the governor wants to give you the bursary so that it can seem like it's coming from them, yet it's coming from the government coffers. So to any rational mind, that's stupidity or it's absurdness. So this leader will establish a national basket, okay, for education, such that all funds that relate to education will be focused on that basket. And within that basket, it will be able to cater for free primary education, free secondary education, and probably give affordable education for the university level. So this foolishness of every elected member dishing out bursaries just for popularity is going to end. And education is going to become free or cheap for the local person. So you're going to see a unification of all the funds that relate to education. Number 5, this leader will promote youth creativity and will enhance the youth agenda with understanding. He or she will understand the youth. You see, for the most times, we are electing people who have no idea what the youth want. When you hear them talk about youth agenda, they just generalize everything. They don't have the understanding of the things that youth are more passionate about. When they are working on the youth agenda, okay, most of the leaders we have are just quoting general things. But this person that is being elected is going to be specific on the programs that they are doing that are relevant to the youth as at now, will provide jobs to the youth as at now, and are going to be beneficial to the growth and the development of the youth. So this is a leader who understands the youth, meaning this leader is in touch with the needs of the youth. They're not going to give you foolish jobs just because they want to tick a certain quota. No, they are going to give you things that are relevant to the modern day youth. Okay? So the next point, this leader will reopen the cases of injustices in Kenya in Kenya, especially from police injustices, and the victims will be compensated. I think I mentioned this. So all these things we are seeing about police injustices, they are going to be revisited. You're going to see a form of compensation or a form of justice being administered, especially for these extra police killings, extrajudicial killings, these police brutality cases that we have in Kenya that make police feel as if they can be able to get away with breaking the law, with murder, and such. So the next point, importation cartels will be dismantled and farmers' produce will be prioritized. So we know about the cartels in Kenya. We know about the cartels who deny the farmers the chance to succeed because they want to import rice, they want to import sugar, they want to import maize flour. So they cripple the ability of the local farmer, or the government diverts its purchasing from exhausting what is available or what is availed by the local farmer, and then they focus on importing because there is a clique of people, there is a cartel that has connections within the government, that they are giving kickbacks to key government officials whenever they import this, bulk of sugar, bulk of wheat, of maize flour, of cooking oil. So these cartels are going to be dismantled. The next point, corrupt politicians who have stolen or benefited from public looting will be traced and their wealth will be confiscated. I've mentioned this a couple of times, and it might seem like I'm joking. It might seem like it's just this, I'm dreaming, It's like I'm speaking gibberish, but I know what I'm saying. The corrupt politicians that have been stealing money from Kenya, stashing it abroad, opening up malls, opening clubs, buying apartments, constructing buildings, and all these grand things. My word to them is continue stealing, continue building, continue investing, continue, because the person who is coming next in leadership will go after. You see, we already have a precedent in this country. We have seen a governor, Okoth Obado, the one who stole billions. So we have seen that stolen wealth can be redirected back, can be taken back and auctioned, and that money is used for the public good. So all the politicians that have been stealing, you just continue investing, continue stashing it abroad. This person who is coming next is going to come for those wealth. And every monies that will be taken back is what will be used to finance these government programs. Mark my words, I'm speaking as if I'm joking, but every politician that has stolen and will not return what they have stolen, you shall be traced. You see, the Bible talks about darkness will eventually be, everything that is hidden in the dark will eventually be brought to the light. So you have been staying in darkness for a very long time until you have been convinced that you can get away with public looting and theft. Your time is almost up. So let's wait and see. So the next point, this leader will reintroduce morality and integrity to leadership. Leaders will carry the respect they once did. If you have been in Kenya, especially with this current regime, I think this has been the worst bunch of the lot, because we have, I don't know where this bunch came from. We have very good leaders among them, but we have very uncouth leaders among them. We have seen, especially last year, the previous year, we have seen people who have no care, or they have no regard for the words they speak. People who stand on public platforms and just utter sheer nonsense before a nation. We have seen people going to church. They have been given the pulpits only to desecrate the pulpits. We have seen people who speak vile things. We have seen leaders who use the political platforms to sexualize women, and people act as if it's normal. We have seen women who openly, instead of coming up with agendas, they accept to be sexualized on a public platform and use their bodies to entice the masses. Just, So that is why you find that the younger generation no longer respects this crop of leaders. It's not that they were born disrespectful, But if you are a leader and you show no regard for that office, for that title, why should you expect the younger generation to respect you? If you are mannerless, you're a leader who is a parent, you have a wife, you have a husband, but when you come to a public platform, you're behaving like a teenager, then why should the younger population, why should the younger generation give you the respect? So we have seen a desecration of the values of leadership in this country, which is about to be brought back. So the next leader will bring a modicum of decorum to the leadership status of who a leader should be in Kenya. So we are going to respect leadership again. We are going to see leaders who show integrity, who have morality, who value morals in society. This is something that needs to be built up again in this country because we are losing it, and the younger generation have spiraled out of control because there are no role models in society to model the values of an ethical leader. So we need such leaders back, and the next leader is going to model this. Then the last point, the next leader will clearly create a distinction between what is right and what is wrong and will not compromise. This is very important, and I will stay on this point for a while. When darkness prevails within a specific territory, the Bible talks about there is a corruption that happens when people start calling good bad and bad good. Right is called wrong and wrong is called right. That's what has happened in Kenya. There has been a moral decay of our fabric for a very long time as a society. And because we have been electing leaders who do not have the morality required, the values, the people who have principles that a right-standing leader should have, we haven't been electing such people. So most of these things have been going unchecked. And society has been deteriorating at a very fast rate. And therefore we find that society has decayed so much that we just accept evil plainly. The things that were an abomination before in this land are just accepted. You find that young girls, as young as 18, 19, they sleep with older men for money. And it's something that we are proud of. People speak with so much pride. You hear a girl saying like, I need a sponsor to sponsor my lifestyle. So someone sleeps with a person who is the age of their father just because they need money. We find leaders who go to church just to splash money that has been stolen because this is not your salary. These leaders give more money in the disguise of donation more than what their income can generate. So we clearly see that the source of this money is illegal, and most likely this is public wealth or resources that has been stolen. But because no one has the moral compass in society, even the religious leaders, to refuse such offerings, everyone is stomach oriented. Greed has led the society. People just take even stolen money and accept it on the pulpits, and so they desecrate the altar. Politicians come to church and they are given the mic to speak vile things, to speak politics in a place of worship that is supposed to be given for God. Leaders cannot be held accountable. Politicians, not even politicians, this executive, they're campaigning, they're not supposed to campaign. So all this confusion is going to be sorted and aligned once and for all. So all these wrong things are going to be aligned. We are going to get back to right being right and wrong being wrong. This blurry line that we have created here, where we all act as if we're blind, not to acknowledge when someone is doing wrong, this is going to disappear. So we're going to go back to to a country that operates on principles, on standards, and on values. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And as I said, you don't have to believe what I say. This is a prophecy that I'm giving. The Bible tells us how do you discern if a prophecy is from God? A prophecy can only be defined, or you can only confirm if it is from God, whether it comes to pass. So we'll have to wait and see whether what I'm saying is true, or whether whatever I'm telling you is just a figment of my imagination coming from my head. But I've given forth this so that whenever you see such a leader coming forth with such hard stances on corruption, a leader who's not going to tolerate corruption, who's going to jail those who will be found corrupt, a leader who's going to demonstrate the things that I've talked about, just know that that is the person that God has chosen for this land. I'm not giving a name, but you just wait and see who comes forth, who's going to speak the way I'm speaking, who's going to talk about the things that I've talked about. So with that, I think I will pause it at that. Today was a very exceptional episode, together with the last one that I did. This is not about teaching, but rather communicating just what God had impressed in my heart concerning what is going to happen in Kenya, especially with the incoming change of leadership. I had talked about these things. If you are keen, go back to my first videos. I've been talking about change that is going to happen in this country, the change in the political landscape, the change that there's a new wave that is coming and it's going to sweep across. We saw that the Right Honorable Prime Minister, former Prime Minister Raila Odinga, passed away recently. And by his passing away, we have seen that there is a change in the political landscape because he held such great importance in this land. And so by his demise, that has brought the whole country to a reset. Exactly what I've been telling you. There is going to become, or there is going to come a new wave of change in this country. And God is the one ordaining it. Whether you believe it or not, that's up to you. Whether you accept it or not, that's also your problem. But change is coming, whether you want it or not, whether you believe it or not. I pray that you receive this message in its truthfulness and in its simplicity. And I pray that it informs you better. So that's all I had to share for today. Thank you for giving me your ears. Thank you for staying until the end. And I pray and I hope to see you for my next episode, whenever that will be. Cheers and God bless you. God bless Kenya.